Hey there everyone, and welcome to my channel. I am Lauren of Lauren Makes Plans, and today I am here to plan out the month of September in my Erin Condren Hourly Life Planner. So this month I have this kit from Planner Kate, which is kit 541. This is one of the back to school kits. This is the one for September. It's kind of this apple themed situation, which I thought was really cute and fitting since my kids don't start back to school until closer to September. So I do have the 7x9 dashboard. I have the 7x9 monthly sheet 2, the 7x9 monthly sheet 1, and then I also have a couple of the budgeting sheets. So I have the 7x9 weekly check-in, the 7x9 budget shell, and the A5 spending tracker that I'm going to be setting up all of those in just a moment. But before I do that, I wanted to do a cover change on both of my planners. So this is currently what I have been using. This is my 7x9 hourly with my rose gold foil, and this is the vegan leather cover that I ordered on the planner whenever I ordered it at launch. I have not changed it yet. And this is the cover that I ordered on my A5 Daily Duo at launch and haven't changed either one of those yet. I've really liked the way that they kind of like look and coordinate together, but I'm gonna be changing both of them, and I couldn't decide what I wanted to go for. So I thought maybe I would do like a matchy kind of situation and go with this cover for both planners. So I'm gonna start with that. So this is the watercolor stripes cover from Erin Condren in the neutral colorway. This one actually released last year. Geez, I'm struggling with the new planner launch last year. And it was one of my favorite covers from last year's launch. I think it was a lot of people's favorite because it has come out like as a design on several other items that they have on the website. Look, it's just so pretty with the rose gold. Like, love it. I actually have it in the A5 size in the neutral and the colorful colorway, but I only got it in the neutral for the 7x9 to start with, just because I loved this color scheme so much. And this is the first time I put this one on here, so I'll have to like pop out all the tiny little pieces and they will be everywhere. Okay, there is the front cover on there. I'm trying to get all the little pieces out of here from the front. So I know the vegan leather covers were brand new at launch, and a lot of people were kind of wondering how they were going to hold up with all the turning and stuff. I really like the feel of it, and I've really liked having it on there. Probably, and I feel like the corners have even like held up pretty well with the turning and stuff, but probably the thing that has been the most bothersome or concerning about the vegan leather covers is that they don't stay on as well as a regular cover. So this one, whenever I snap it off, it's not going to come off. It's not going to pop off until I take it back off. And this one still has all the little pieces in it, so it's harder to get on. But it's not going to come back off until I take it off. The vegan leather one, however, with a lot of opening and closing and page turning and things, it will pop off a little bit on its own, which is kind of annoying. Okay, so there we have it. My matchy cover change situation for September. I'll probably change to a couple of other like fall covers that I have in October. But that's what I have right now going on, which I really kind of love this matchy situation. It's so cute. All right, so now that the covers are changed, we'll go into the month of September to start planning that out. And I do have all of my little Post-it note situations here. We'll get this going. So first off, I will put down my strip header situation here. Got stickers sliding out of the back. We'll start with this one. I do really like that these like go all the way to the edge on both sides. But it kind of makes it a little more complicated figuring out where to start. Okay. Yeah, that's good. I like this apple situation. It's cute. I don't love the bows that are the filler boxes, but the apples were cute enough to not worry about the bows all that much. I always just have to check and make sure you don't go off the back side of the page. Oh, that's so cute. Okay. Let's see. All of the little extra ones go up here. So we'll put this down. See, these bows just feel a little bit much, like super busy up against these apples, but I think it'll be okay. That is a lot happening right there though, isn't it? The bows are like really busy on their own. The apples are not so bad, but these bows are like super busy. But then you put the bows next to the apples, which is where they're intended to go. And it's just like, holy cow, that is a lot happening. And next we'll do the sidebar, but I can't lose this Post-it note because I'm gonna have to have that come time for the actual plans. Cool. Let's see. It's kind of complicated because I want to just like put it all the way up against this line, but then it goes over top of these like lines that are here, and trying to make sure it gets centered over the lines. And I probably am overthinking it, because when am I not overthinking it? Okay, there we go. That is so cute. So now I'm going to put down all of the date dots and come right back. All right, so there's the date dots down. I'm really liking how this is turning out. Once you get like the navy blue with the dots and the sidebar, it kind of takes a little bit away from how busy these bows are with these apples. Okay, so now we'll go into the actual plans for things. And let me see. Hear Judson sneezing in the background again. That's fine. So I have all of these post-it notes down, and then I have this one that has all of Kennedy's softball games on it for this season. So I think I might start with putting in the softball games just to make sure I know where all of those are. Actually, I said I was going to start with the softball games, but I will start with putting down the holidays that come pre-printed on the sheet from Planner Kate. So first is Patriot Day, which I'll put down even though that is actually Elliot's first birthday. And then Labor Day. And then possibly my favorite is Autumn Begins, because let's be real, that's the best season of the whole year. Okay, so now I think I'll do the softball games. These all start at 6 o'clock. It's just different on like which field they're on, and we have 5 in September. So I can put all the softball games on these green labels. So I think that's what I'll do there. I started to put them all on their own individual sticky note, and I was like, that's just way too much. Let me just use one of these long ones, put it in the sidebar. I did that for all the games in September. I've done it for all the games in October, and then there's only one game in November. So that kind of works well for that, I feel like. So there's one on the 5th, one on the 12th, one on the 15th, one on the 22nd, and then one on the 25th. And those are all the softball games for Kennedy in September. So now I think I will do the paydays and the no schools. Even though I always know when the paydays are. It's the no schools that tend to throw me off because the paydays are always the same. But I do have to specify which child has no school on those days. Because again, Kennedy and Judson are at different schools this year. And for the most part, they follow the same school schedule, but a lot of these no school days that we have going on right now are ones that are different for, like for Kennedy, they are like teacher work days. And Judson at preschool doesn't have those. So this will be a no school day. There'll be both no school days for Kennedy, which I think I have a way to mark that. I think I'm going to use these little pink flags, and I can just write a little K in there so that way I know that those are her days and not his. Like, even though you don't have to have a kid at school at 8 o'clock, nope, you still have to have one at school at 9. All right, so next, Oh, there's another no school day. Oh no, and there's not any more no school stickers on here. Okay, there's still one because they didn't have school in August. I didn't use the no school stickers off of my August kit, so I'll just grab one off of there. This is why we save leftover sticker sheets. And I'll need one more flag. Actually, that is no school for both of them because that's Labor Day, I believe. Let me double check the school calendar on that one because I specifically had her name written on the other ones. September. No, yeah, that is no school for her because he doesn't even start school until after Labor Day. So obviously he doesn't have school that day because he does not started school yet. All right, so that's all the no schools, the paydays, and the softball games. So now we'll start over here, and we have a couple of things happening this day. So this weekend is a thing in our community that they have every year that is called Farmer's Day, and it is all weekend on Labor Day weekend every year. We usually go to that, but because of some things with Casey's family's travel arrangements, I was gonna have Elliot's birthday party on the 9th because his birthday is on the 11th, but because of some travel issues with his family, we are having his birthday party actually a week early on the 2nd. So that way they can be there for that. And then Casey actually has a meeting on the 5th, which I don't have anything to do with, so normally I wouldn't know, but it kind of affects my dinner plans, and I have to remind him that Kennedy has a softball game that day. And then we'll have Judson's first day of preschool on the 6th. And then Sunday the 17th will be a business meeting Sunday. And then on this last weekend here, we are thinking about trying to make a trip up to Tennessee to go to Dollywood, because where we have season passes, I like to try to go. They have a lot of, if you've never been to Dollywood, they have a lot of like specialty events, well, not events, like festivals and celebrations and things up there for the season. So in the spring, when they first opened for this season, they did a it was like the 50th anniversary of Dolly Parton's song, I Will Always Love You. So they did like an I Will Always Love You 50th anniversary celebration for Dollywood for like a month or so. You couldn't see any of that because it wasn't in frame, sorry. But they did her 50th anniversary I Will Always Love You celebration, and then they did like a food and flower festival, and then they do a summer nights celebration for the fall, like through September and October for Halloween time. They do, and they call it the Illuminates. So they decorate the whole park like for fall and Halloween and pumpkins and stuff like that everywhere. It's really fun. And then they'll do their big Smoky Mountain Christmas at the end of the year from November on into when the season ends in January. And they do all sorts of special fun stuff, decorations through the park like that for that time period. And I really like to go at least once for all the festivals and events. And so far we have been to the I Will Always Love You celebration. We went to the Food and Flower Festival. We have been to the Sweet Summer Nights. Now we need to go to the Illuminates and the Smoky Mountain Christmas, and I will have them all covered this year. So this will be our time to go to the Illuminates. So I'm gonna fill this stuff in. I think that's it as far as plans right now for the monthly part. So I'm going to fill this in with my pen, and this month, or this week, this month, whatever, I am using this pen that I saw suggested by Julie from Julie's Plans, and she actually suggested it in either the 0.5 or the 0.38. Usually I don't prefer such a skinny like pen. I like a 0.7 pretty good. And this is the 0.7, but only because my store didn't have a 0.5 or a 0.38, and I actually ordered a 0.38. I'm going to try that one out. I've never tried out one that skinny before, but this is the Uniball Uni 1 pen in the 0.7. So that's what I'm using at the current moment. So I'm going to fill all this stuff in, come back and finish up the month situation. All right, so now that we're done with that, I'm gonna move on to finishing out the rest of this month. So next I'm gonna do my dashboard page right here, which I'm still trying to come up with a more like creative or more functional, useful way to do this page, like to use this stuff. Got a couple ideas, but I really just need to, that's not in the right spot. Really just need to like kind of sit down and divide up what the sections are for. Oh my gosh, the hardest thing about this dashboard situation is being able to get these boxes lined up where it actually covers all the lines, and I'm having a hard time with that this month apparently. But it's gonna be fine. All right, none of those boxes are down where they're supposed to be. They're all crooked and off center, but it's fine. This is fine. Everything is fine. All right, so now I'm gonna figure out how I wanna do these budgeting sheets. So this one actually was gonna go in my A5. These, I have to figure out where like the most functional place for them is. I think the most functional way to do this is going to be to have the budget here and the check-in here is what I think I'm going to do. So we're gonna start with this and just see how it goes this month. So first we'll just put this washi strip here right across the top. Now, I don't actually know if I use these right or not, but the way that I've used these in the past has worked for me, so it's what I'm just gonna continue to do. I'm gonna put this income strip here. And then do like paychecks 1 through whatever. And I usually will like count up how many paychecks there will be in a month and only put that many down. So if there are only 4 in a month, then I will only put 4, if that makes sense. Those line up very nicely. I have not used these since they've been updated and I really like it. All right. So I'm only gonna put 4 of those for this month. So that's the income, and then we have the expense area, which I will put about here. And then I think I'll put like the fixed expenses up here. And then do space for the ones that I can think of. Maybe leave room for a couple in case I forgot something, and put my variable expenses down here. And then I'm gonna put this total expenses and budget down here. And then I guess I'll just have to put savings somewhere else, which I don't even know if I'll use it or not right now. We'll see how it goes. That's what I'm gonna do over here for right now. And I'm not gonna fill any of this in right now because I have not actually like written this out and done my September budget, and I need to do that with Casey and not YouTube. So I'm gonna just leave this how it is for the moment, and hopefully if I do this again in October, I'll have more of a plan of what I'm doing. So next I'm gonna do the weekly check-in page over here. Same deal with this header. And then this strip here. And then the way I have done this, I have used this before, is like whenever I have done cash envelopes. So I would actually adjust this a little bit, and it would actually be like my category, what it was spent on, how much was spent, and how much is remaining for that envelope. And then I would list like each area, like groceries or eating out or whatever, and kind of just keep track of it for each week. So I think that's probably something along the lines of what I'll continue to do with this. So I'm going to just kind of leave space for me to fill in some things here. And then now that I have enough space for 4 weeks there, I don't need the 5th one for this month, and I'll just put this totals across the bottom. And that is that one. So far what I have is I have the budget, the monthly, the weekly check-in, and the dashboard. So now that I'm done with those, kind of clear out some of this stuff stuff over here. Grab my Daily Duo, which I'm going to put this spending tracker in for September. And I'm thinking that I will put it I think it might be easier to put it like right here at the tab because I don't use anything else for the month in September, and I need it to be easy to flip to. Not for September. I don't use anything else for the monthly in my Daily Duo. These feel so tiny compared to the 7x9 strips. And then I guess since I have it, I may just run this washi strip right here across the bottom. What I do usually do on this spending tracker situation is I will usually, ooh, that got wrinkled. I will usually kind of draw the line down through here just for my own kind of sanity for these. All right, so there's the spending tracker now. And I'll probably go back and draw some lines on the other ones that I have done. I'm just gonna wait more until I fill those in and kind of have a better idea of how this setup is gonna look and function in this new kind of format that I'm doing. So I think that is it for this monthly plan with me. As always, if you're interested in anything that I used in this video, make sure you check out the links in the description box. There are a couple of affiliate links there. There are some coupon codes, different things like that. So check those out if you're interested. I hope you enjoyed this plan with me. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you know when I post new videos on YouTube. Thanks so much for watching.